YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Pinstar Plays Dwarf Fortress, episode 9. So, between the last episode and this, you'll notice some time has passed. We are in the early summer, and the human trade caravan has just arrived. But many important things have happened between the last episode and this. Some of that happened when I was recording. Well, one, we set up our hospital. Check out my dedicated hospital how-to video for how this whole thing came to be. For details there. However, a few other things happened. One is that we actually had our very first strange mood in the fort. Shona Bellamy, our weaponsmith, armorsmith, got a little moody and decided to craft a, oh, hang on, let me see if I can find what she created. It was there. Somebody has moved it. Or, well, hopefully they moved it and didn't steal it. Aha, here it is. She created a shield. A bismuth bronze shield. Nolith Coman. This is a bismuth bronze shield, all craftsmanship of the highest quality. The object is adorned with hanging rings of bismuth bronze and menaces with spikes of lignite. Worth $27.50 estimated. Not too shabby. I think I'll hold on to it. Let one of our dwarves use it. I don't think I'll have our squad use it permanently, even though it's currently in there. When we set up some proper military, I think we will have it be a shield for one of our proper military dwarves, which is something we're a little bit overdue to do. But either way, that is now part of the thing. Unfortunately, it was a possessed mood, which normally when dwarves get a strange mood, they max out their skill in whatever the craft was that they had the strange mood for. But the exception to that is the possessed mood, where they don't get any skill for it. That doesn't hurt their skill. Shona is still a skilled weapon and armor smith, but not a legendary armor smith after that. But still, hey, I'm not going to turn my nose up to a legendary shield. Right then. So we have a number of other workshops that we built, again, as part of the hospital video. We also have now a total population of 41, so I have fleshed out as much of the new bedrooms as I can, and then ordered the construction of the new stuff for the stuff that we don't actually have yet. And we'll see, maybe we can trade for some bedroom items with the humans. We don't have anything special for our order, and I'm not going to offer up any of our toy stuff to the humans for trade, since we're saving that for the dwarves, since we know the dwarves are going to pay a premium for that. Also, this is slightly bothering me, these two little things of unsmooth stone. And that one up there too. That's better. And that one too. Right then. So let's actually go trade with the humans. One thing I noticed though, however, Sanat might not be our best broker now that we've got new people in. When it comes time to trade, always check your broker to see if there's a dwarf that is better suited for the job. Like here, expert negotiator, expert persuader, expert judge of intent. Doran right here is going to be our broker. We'll still keep Sanat as our expedition leader and manager. All that is fine. And did we get a better bookkeeper? Ooh, we actually have a good bookkeeper too. And all right, we need another office. Fair enough. We will get a throne made. Actually, I had a couple of billion bookcases for some offices that we need. Let's throw another one on there. Actually, we'll get 4 of those. And yes, the way to pronounce it is billion, not billion. I know how to pronounce the word. I've been purposely mispronouncing billion/billin this whole series on purpose because it amuses me. Like, oh, I just made 1 billion toy boats. You know, no, it's just, the phrasing amuses me, so I decided to do that. But I've been hearing complaints in the comments about me saying it wrong, so let me clarify. I know it is billin, not billion. Right then. Let's see here. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, the thrones. We can make some billin thrones while we're at it. You generally want these to be on the higher end side of things. We already have the one bismuth bronze throne for the one office, so we only need to make 3 of those. And then just to be sure, do we have I don't know if we have a recurring shear command for our woolen animals. I just thought of this. This isn't relevant to setting up offices. We'll just leave shear animal up there, and it'll fail while there are no animals to be sheared, but it's better than having to remember it each time. That way we make sure we have our steady supply of the stuff. And like I said, we can trade for it. So speaking of, what are we going to trade to the humans? Well, first off, broker requested at the depot. Food. Food is an excellent thing to trade. We have plenty of it. And prepared meals are worth quite a bit. So let us do some prepared meals here. Because as you can see, they are worth quite a bit. And yeah, the whipvine flour is very, very highly valued. So we'll get all of our higher one here. You know what? We're going to bring most of everything over here. I mean, we'll leave some just so our fort has stuff to eat and what have you. We'll bring everything but the shad roast. Let's see. Are there any other non-toy things that we don't really want or need that we're willing to trade away? No, we just got the soap. Need our buckets. We're eventually going to use our cages. I haven't forgotten about those. We don't want to get rid of our cloth. Not getting rid of our mugs. I guess we can trade away a mechanism. Don't want to get rid of our hides or thread. I guess we could trade away our lower quality crossbows here, because really you want the highest quality stuff. In fact, I'm going to trade away all of the big asterisk ones, because those big asterisk ones are the highest quality. So we will get rid of all of the lesser quality ones. We could actually do the same thing with our battle axes. Like, we only have one super high quality. Although this one, for some reason, is even. Sorry, we'll do that and that. So these lesser quality ones are getting traded. Because we can just make more. Because we are drowning in iron. And actually, now that I'm thinking of our cook, let's just make sure our regular cook is, preparing lavish meals. Perfect. That's what we want. So now we just need to wait for everybody to bring their stuff up here. They came from the north. Fair enough. You can see the guards here. Waiting one item. There it goes. Trade. Okay, so let's see what the humans have for us. Find pewter. I'm always happy to get random bars because that just gives us some material diversity. Same goes with the blocks. Gives us some material diversity. Cellusts, those are instruments. We could use some instruments. Now, as far as trading for, we could trade for toys because it's not at a premium for us. An iron toy hammer, sure. Bronze toy hammer, because they'll be worth more. So we'll get that. What do we got here? Red-winged blackbird. I wonder if they'll lay eggs for us. Worth a shot. A capybara? Not really interested. We could get it to slaughter it. I will always take cheap barrels. I'm not taking $1,000 barrels, thank you. But these cheap ones for that. Whips. Halberd. Bronze halberd, eh? Two-handed swords. Long sword. A scimitar. These are exotic weapons that we don't know how to make. If they were made out of some better stuff, like, all right, I'm looking at the iron longsword. Having a random person have a long sword might not be a bad thing. Large tunics, I think, don't fit our dwarves. Iron cap. We can make our own iron armor. We don't need that. Some chests. We do need chests. I'll take some cheap chests. I'll take cheap bags too. Sheep wool, sure. Hemp, that works. I mean, I'm not going to take the outrageously expensive ones, but extra bags are always useful. Beet seeds. I don't even know if we can grow beet seeds, but if not, then we can cook them. Same goes with rhubarb. Emerald dye bag? Not into that yet. Here we can buy a whole bunch of cloth. How much trading power do we have if we sell everything that we're offering up here? That's a lot of profit. So we can afford to be greedy here when it comes to our. Yeah. So that, I think if you buy the bin, you get all the items in it. Getting lots of leather is a good thing. Lots of cloth is always a good thing, because eventually we're going to have to start making clothing to replace the clothing worn that wears out. And since we don't have a huge cloth industry, buying a lot of it is not a bad thing. Same goes with the leather. We can go a little bit nuts with leather here. I don't really care what type of cloth we're dealing with here, although that's a little expensive. Raw leather's fine. 200's fine. 90 is fine. As long as that number remains green, we're good. And because we have the better negotiator, we can ask for more and offer up less of a profit to them, and they'll still be willing to accept it. I'm not paying $1,000 for bolts. More arrows. Large gems. We don't need anvils. Meat turns into more meals. So do fish. So why not? And yeah, so do plants, and so do leaves. Onions and grapes? Sure. Heck, we can make wine out of that. Don't think you can do that with capers, though. Thread and yarn? Let's go for it. Oh, backpacks are currently bugged. Do not build or buy them ever. Because your military squads will take food with them and then leave it in their rooms, and that food will rot. So just don't do it for now. Cheese. We pride ourselves on making our own cheese, thank you. So I don't know if we're going to get for that. Got plenty of splints. We got plenty of... Well, maybe we will go for the cheese then, since we can get more out of them. All right, what else can we ask for them now that we have? Get the rotter skin. All right, I think we got a good balance here. Trader profit is in the green, but if we just go for one more thing, it dips into the yellow, so we're like right on the edge of what they like. So we trade. Now, if you trade in the yellow, there's still a chance that they'll accept it, but there's a chance that they won't. But yeah, seems ecstatic with the trading. So yeah, I do intend to stay on good terms with the humans. I don't want to antagonize them if at all possible. So yeah, our dwarves should start getting off to the races to trade all of that. Now for our animals that we just traded for... So the stray capybara, I think we're just going to chop it up. And you know what? We'll make it available as a pet. The tame red-winged blackbird. See if somebody wants it as a pet. Also, one other thing I wanted to point out. We have Ainsley, the dwarven child here, who is currently 9 years old. Wishes to become an animal handler, and interestingly, her in-game mother is our broker, but also our legendary animal handler. So quite a coincidence there. So we will monitor her progress as we see fit here. Also, as far as the pets livestock here, we're gonna go to places. We're gonna go to the pen pasture here because we want to let out that blackbird so it's not stuck in the cage in perpetuity. They'll take the capybara out for slaughter because we marked it as such, but the blackbird is also in a cage and we wish to free them. Unless it didn't come in a cage. I could be mistaken. Or unless somebody already claimed it as a pet and has thus released it. All right, animal has grown to be a stray reindeer cow. That's good. Now we can just get some random milk from them. I don't think... I'm not going to be breeding reindeer, but hey, some Some random reindeer milk will never be a bad thing. Yeah, now we got our dwarves coming here and swarming. There goes the capybara. Nobody's actually been injured yet, so we'll probably have a tavern proper soon, which is why we bought those instruments. What I'll probably do is after the next dwarven caravan comes in the fall, I will set up a stray water buffalo bull. That looks like another slaughter thing, because, yeah, I think, unless they are somebody's pet, which I don't think so. Yeah, they're not anybody's pet. So, it is slaughter time. Because buffalo bulls eat way too much, but do provide a lot of bones and meat. And yeah, our cook is going to be very busy, both with all the stuff that we bought, but also all these animals that we're slaughtering. There's going to be and I mean, we cleared out a lot of our meals here, so it's all good. We need to make sure that there's enough room for the foods here. There should be. Shona, what you doing? Oh, are you making our the building furniture? All right, I need to leave this area open because this is all lignite, which is all fuel stuff. Make coke from coal, and why don't you make coke from lignite? Just because I like having an ample supply of fuel. There's literally no other uses for them, so it's best to just turn all of your raw coal and lignite into coke. Oh man, more migrants. More migrants. Wow, we are getting popular. And that means we are going to need to start setting up our defenses. Because pretty soon trouble is going to come knocking at our doors. So, in our next episode, we are going to... Actually, you know what? Let's not end the episode here. Let's just start. We're going to use this little plateau up here as our defensible base of operations. So first things first, we're going to cut down some trees along the edges here. Not all of them, but some of them are going to be in the way. We don't want to cut down too many too quickly, or we'll have agitated animals to deal with, which could be not so fun. And by fun, not so fun, I do mean fun. The other thing we're going to do is designate a big square for gathering. We're going to do a gather fruit. And basically we want to take this to basically where this is going to, the edge of this is going to be. So this is basically going to be our internal fort, our courtyard rather. This is the defensible interior perimeter that we're setting up. Which also, yeah, looking at that, probably want to get rid of that one. And then, do we want to cut it that low? Yeah, we can cut it that low, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to mass... Well, actually, you know what? Before we start doing any digging, I'm going to let our tree dwarves and our gathering dwarves do their thing. We want to mop up all this fruit, and after all. Oh, yeah, going back, speaking of plant gatherers, let's get our legendary herbalist back in action. Also, did we get any new miners? Always good to check for that. Yes. New miners. Miners usually come with their own picks, so they'll be able to dig right away. We only need one woodcutter, honestly speaking. Yeah, we only really need one hunter. Anyone can do planting. We have a couple of fish dwarves. Might as well let them fish. Ooh, all right. We now have a competent engraver. That means we can actually start engraving stuff. Also, I just remember we need to get them their offices. Because our new people can't do their thing without offices. Now, some of these, well, these are all bedrooms, which we do need to finish off. But we also need to make some offices, which I think we can do through here, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's get a door. Yeah, we'll make their offices over here. Actually, hang on. No, actually, that's fine right there. What we'll do is we'll dig out one layer up here. There we go. Those can be offices. We'll place down a few more doors. One here, and then doors will go here once those are dug out. Plus we need doors for these bedrooms. And then we can do, bookcases for the offices. One. Actually, no, before we do that, we need to smooth all this. And we need to make sure that we actually dig this first before we tell them to smooth. And actually, yeah, we'll cancel that jet door. We'll put in the doors later so that they can finish off the bedrooms here. See if we have our chests. We do. Well, most of them anyway. Put a wall there to seal off their bedroom. All right, folks. So in our next episode, once we get our little peninsula cleaned up and our offices staffed, we will set to getting our defenses up and running. My goal is for the winter time to be ready for the winter time. Not that necessarily an attack is going to happen in the winter time, but let's pretend that one is, because you never know, it might. And try and get everything ready for that. We are still in early summer, so there's plenty of time, but we can go from there. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent, your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya!